Hey, what's poppin' guys, Sizzle here, and in this video I'm gonna be asking the question, why should you bother trying to rank up in Overwatch? What's the point of playing ranked? Before I kind of ask that question and go over my thoughts as to what my response is, I want to mention this video, if it wasn't obvious, is actually made in a slightly different resolution than normal. This is the last of my many different resolution tests I've been doing for a while, and I just want to see how it looks. So if you're on mobile, let me know if this looks better or worse than your standard, 1080p video that I normally upload. And if you're on PC, I'd also like to know the same. On my end, it's better on mobile and like very, very narrowly worse on PC, but so narrow that it really doesn't matter. And since about, I think, 80% of YouTube viewers view on mobile, I prefer that it's better for them than better for the PC viewers, if that makes any type of sense. Also, just because on PC it's very easy to configure, you could have it's very easy to make a windowed screen zoomed in more or less to kind of make the video viewing experience a little bit better anyway. But yeah, the question at hand obviously being, why play Overwatch ranked? And that's kind of a, it's a bigger question than it might initially seem. It's like a psychological question more than anything. And I honestly, at this point, don't know the answer. Before I would have told you just because that's where people compete. That's where the game's more competitive, that's where people are trying their best, except nowadays that's quick play, and according to the devs that should be what quick play is. They've made comments saying that arcade is the only casual mode in Overwatch, and that quick play should be played to the fullest extent of an individual, which I personally disagree with, but we're not here to really talk about that. Point being though, they're saying you should play quick play more competitively. It's a relatively common sentiment, with people often asking me to swap heroes in quick play and shit like that, and shit talking like streamers and shit in quick play. You're getting clips like killing like insert streamer here, right? Flats, Metro, whatever. You kill them in quick play, and then you upload that to your montage channel. It's kind of a weird system. I mean, those ones are a bit more like content based, where it's just like, oh, it's like I killed my favorite creator. It's like a It's almost like going to meet them in person or something like that, except you now have a clip against them in the video game, right? So I guess that one's a little bit less, really really up for thought. But yeah, I mean, why play competitive if quick play is competitive? What the yo yo, what the hell? They always had a sword? I thought no, they had soldier. You just swapped right away. That's crazy. Anyway, like why play comp if quick play has faster queues, it has less of the problems of competitive such as smurfs and throwers. They just don't exist in quick play. Like the MMR is tracked better in quick play, and if you throw in quick play, you'll still have your high ass MMR. If you throw in competitive, you will like D-rank and you'll be in a lower rank than you should be. So quick play gets rid of the problem of smurfs. It still has nearly the same level of competitive, if not more competitive than the actual base competitive mode, since people are less incentivized to just use the broken heroes. They're more incentivized to use what they find fun. Generally, I find the games are a lot more competitive and a lot more enjoyable in quick play, at least at the moment. And also, the most important thing of all, the virtual rewards you used to get for playing competitive are also gone. Like, you used to get, if you got top 500, you used to get yourself a neat little, animated spray and player icon. Now, if you get top 500, you get a 1-month temporary name tag. And that's it. That's all you get. And even then, there's been a bug many times for many people where you don't even get that. You get something else entirely, right? For example, I had one season I got I think top 500 deathmatch or something, and I did not get that reward at all. Period. Like I didn't get something as a replacement. It's not like it gave me I don't know, diamond deathmatch challenger instead or something. It literally just did not give me the reward. So the little fake rewards you're supposed to get, they don't exist. Decay also doesn't exist. So once you hit the peak, why even try? The only real reason to ever play competitive in any sense is always just for self-improvement, to kind of rank yourself and see how that is. But at the same time, you can accomplish the highest rank in Overwatch by just making a fresh account. It will just place you GM. I have proof of this. I've done and unranked to GM on Reinhardt, where I played all the quick play games in the account. And to be fair, I didn't record those, so you guys have no way of really, seeing that outside of just trusting my word. But I played all the quick play games just pretty casually with friends, obviously trying to win, and because it was a fresh account and the lobbies he was putting me in quick play were like bronze level lobbies for the most part, I think I ended with like I don't know, 50. I think my record was like 50-6. It was kind of insane. But I did pretty well in quick play, and then I played my 5 games of comp. In the second ever game, I was in the highest ranked lobby in the game. I had CarQ in my lobby, who at the time, and most of the other people in that lobby were ranked 50 or so. So I'd already peaked, right? And then when I finished placements, it placed me GM3, which is right under the peak of the game. So like, what at that point? Why even grind? Why try to rank up? Why play competitive at all? If quick play is more competitive, competitive, you can rank highly by actually just making a new account rather than grinding. Like, why would you ever even play competitive? I can't think of a reason, and that's just with that, right? There's also the fact that the meta has been awful. The way they keep balancing this game somehow gets worse and worse with every passing day, and that's just made it even worse, right? And then also the fact that if you look at the leaderboards, like if you go back like a few seasons, right? So for example, season 1, I finished top 500 open queue. I was very proud of that. I'd spent real time to do that. If you look now though, because there's a bug, like there was a bug like 6 months ago, now there's like 50 of the same guy on the leaderboard, and they haven't fixed that bug. Because of that, even your top 500 achievement gets erased. You're no longer top 500 at the end of the day. So why do anything? Why actually, like, what is the incentive to play competitive outside of like placement games to get some points for your gold gun if you don't have them already? Alright, that's what I do every season now. I play my 5 games to get GM tank, and then I go back to quick play and actually enjoy the game more. It's kind of insane. I think a lot of people have realized this. Streamers like Flats, who literally, for like 3-4 years did nothing but play Overwatch competitive. And about halfway through Overwatch 2, he not only gave up on Overwatch competitive and went to quick play, he even gave up on Overwatch as a whole because it wasn't competitive, and then went to go play other games. Right? People like, I mean, Samita rages always anyway, but like, he's been getting particularly angry these last few months because competitive is so fucking god-awful. And I can tell you, I'm not one of those people. I don't really care that much. I got to a high rank literally through playtime alone. Like, I just enjoyed playing the game, and I played more and more, and I just kept winning. So I got the GM that way. And even I am feeling the effects. It's just not fun. Like, it hasn't been fun because people counterpick and all that, and tank is low impact and whatever. But even then, that was never really a problem for me. My problem is that you don't rank up at all on your actual normal account, even if you're playing well, even if you do well. You literally just do not rank up. And I proved this to myself. I made a bronze to GM Reinhardt account. I went 5-0 like 6 times over, and I was getting 1 rank every time for 5 wins in a row, 10 wins in a row, 20 wins in a row. At some point, I was like 40-2, and I'd went up like 3 ranks. It's kind of just ridiculous. Like, why play? What is the incentive? You don't get rewarded. Your achievements don't even get saved. But especially after they remove your Overwatch 1 stats, all of my Overwatch 1 seasons are just gone. I didn't back those up. I wasn't recording Overwatch content back in the day, so I don't even have like really any videos of me playing Overwatch, except back when the game launched. I have extra footage of me, in 2016 playing the game. But that doesn't show that I hit Diamond Overwatch 1. You just have to trust that I was only a Diamond player in Overwatch 1. Like, if I just said I was GM in Overwatch 1, I mean, you could do like, logic tests to try and test me, but at the same time, you could get high ranks without necessarily knowing everything, and you could just forget stuff. Right? I don't... Like, it's just stupid, man. There was already no point. Right? All of that was superficial. Everything I've just talked about, very superficial. And the reason a lot of people play ranked is still just to climb, to hit GM. But as someone who's been there, someone who's been in GM, every season, if we go back, I've been GM pretty much for the launch of this game to the end, except for the first 2 seasons. You can see season 3, I hit GM, I dropped down because I got bored and played during the last few days, and that was a bad idea. But every other season, right, GM top 500, GM top 500, right under GM top 500, GM top, like, I've been there. I've been at the top for a lot of this. I don't want to play competitive. There's no reason for me to play this game. If you say to get a rank in top 500 and rank higher, like, What is the point if they take that away too? Because they do. They took that away. They still take that away. There's still a bug where people count for 2 people. That still hasn't been patched to this day. It has been a bug for like 6 months. I'm sure they've been aware of it. And it also retroactively went and ruined all the old leaderboards. I mean, you saw Season 1's leaderboard. There was literally 50-something of the same guy. I made a video on that back in the day when it happened because I thought it was just a funny little thing. You know, they were going to patch it. And I mean, no, they didn't. Like, they never patched it. It's just like, you're just fucked. Right? They don't care. The devs don't care. They don't care about your achievements. They don't want to reward you for anything. Everything's all temporary, and even the temporary rewards aren't even given to you half the time. Like, I think I have video footage of me not getting one of my rewards. I'll link that video in the description if I can find it. It's like video proof of me literally being top 500 in something and not getting any reward for it. Anything. In-game rewards, by the way. I'm not seeking, like, financial compensation or some weird shit. Like, I'm not getting my, like, you know, challenger fucking name tag reward that no one really cares about, that you do get at least. And that's just ridiculous. Like, why play the game? You don't get rewarded. The game isn't competitive. The balance is getting worse every single day. Like, every patch makes the game worse. Genuinely. There has been 1 patch, or sorry, 2 patches. Let me clarify. There have been 2 patches in all of Overwatch 2 that I've liked. 2. There was 1 sometime in Season 4. And there was 1... Actually, no, when was the other one? I know there's 2. I do know there is 2. But there was only 2 patches that made the game better. Everything else, what they do is they make a patch where they fix 1 thing and add in 3 more problems. Right? Like, if we go back, and we look at the patch notes section, we can scroll down a little bit. Right? We could see, for example, they nerfed Malga because he was overbuffed. But by the way, overbuffed because of previous patches where they buffed him for no reason. And then Orisa got randomly buffed for no reason. Right? And then Sojourn got a random buff for no reason. Like, then Lifeweaver got this stupid fucking change where his platform can't be pierced anymore, effectively making it so the one way you could maybe kill him sometimes situationally based on if you were Reinhardt or Ramatra versus literally anyone else, like that pretty much only affected Rein and Ram. I know it technically affected Genji Blade, Moira Cole, and like a few other things, but it was mainly the main people that were taking advantage of the fact that Pedal platform could get strike through, because it's such a thin platform, it makes sense that you can strike through it, was Rein with Fire Strike and Ram with his punch, and now they can't do that, and that was just like, that was so stupid. All they had to do to make this the good patch, the hog change, sure, that's like a minor change, that's okay. Sombra, sure, quality of life, Alari, quality of life, whatever. The Malga change is very necessary. They overbuffed him and they decided to revert that. That's great. But why buff Orisa randomly? Not even the Orisa players were asking for it. Why why change Lifeweaver? Nobody asked for these changes. They just do them. Like, nothing brought that about. They're just like, fuck it, dude. Let's just fuck shit up. You see, the other patch was like literally just buffing Malga. And that was it. Hey, this one I think was just nerfing Malga, and then they just were like, never mind, we need battle pass sales. Like, the balance of the game has always been fucked. I mean, that's not even up for debate, really. No one ever agrees that it's in a good place. But more importantly, the leaderboards are fucked. Why play the game when the leaderboards are fucked? And at any moment, if there's a bug that fucks the leaderboards, they don't patch it. You see Season 4, rank 1 and 2, where the same guys, same amount of games played, same characters played. If I click on the second guy's profile, it brings me to a non-existent account with no name because it's a bug, and it's actually this guy. It's the same Mashiro, right? And his shit's private. This is even affecting just normal-ass players. It happened to me, right? I know exactly what happened, right? This SNK guy abused it to hell and back, which is why there's 80 of them. And then he took, you know, all 48 places here. That's 48 people that were top 500 that are no longer top 500, even though they ended the season with top 500. And the game told them they were top 500. They're not top 500 anymore because of this bug, and they haven't fixed it since Season 4. I think that's when it happened, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Season 4 or 5, and we've now had double the season since then. That's just insane. Like, if I go down, I don't actually know where I was. Yeah, retroactively, they just decide you're not top 500. You could see season high 239. I think I ended the season ranked 240, and now I'm ranked 433 because of all the bugs. And that isn't open key, to be fair, no one cares about that, but it affects the main boards as well. I'm just saying this so you can see, like, you know, where I am, and you can see even for me, there's me. There's 10 of me, dude. I must be such a good player to get 10 accounts up on the leaderboard with all the same profile pick. All played from season 20. All of them have Rampant Slayer. All of them have exactly 103 games played. All of them played Ryan, Queen, and Ball. Like, that's so cool. I must be such a great player. No, but unironically, like, how is that not fixed yet? Why do they not care? You know, what are these god-awful rewards? Why is it that I feel more accomplished from my Overwatch 1 sprays? You know, this shit right here from the arcade competitive that no one else cares about. Why am I more proud of this? Also, this bug has been in the game forever. For Copa Lucy Ball 2019, the icon here on the left is the same for top 500 or not. But honestly, that's the type of bug where it doesn't affect anyone, so who cares? But like, I'm more proud of these than I ever will be of what the fuck is the other thing? Right, you don't get a name card or something cool like that. You get a player title that only lasts for a month. You can see seasonal, Grandmaster Rule Challenger. Like, not only does that sound stupid as hell, it's temporary, and you have to re-achieve it every single season. Like, that's their idea, I guess, to how to incentivize people to play. But it's so much worse. Like, Overwatch 1, if you get top 500, dude, look at the sick-ass sprays you get for top 500 in Overwatch 1. And to be fair, these ones were kind of iffy, but these like sparkle. Like in-game, you can very clearly see this whenever someone puts one on the wall. Right? This is really sick. The particularly early Overwatch 1 ones, like up until like season 22 or something. You got like whole-ass animated things. Like you have like the normal spray, and then if you got top 500, you get this cool-ass stuff. Right? You get like animated clouds, right? Animated trains, you know, like this little glowy effect. It was different each season. There was like different things for everyone. And even for early arcade, right? You get fireworks and like the lights moving around, the balls spinning. I think the capture the flag one for only season 1, you got the flag waving and fireworks again. Like, it's a very simple thing. Well, this is a permanent reward. If you, in 2018, got top 500, you forever get this cool-ass reward. And it makes it feel that much better when you do it. Because you're like, damn. Like, I can look back at this forever and be like, I was really good at that time. And you have proof of it. You can show other people. Now, you know, I can tell you guys, hey, I was top 500. I ended top 500 in season 1 of Overwatch 2, and I have video proof of it. But like in game, no one will ever see that. Look how much time I put in, and that was all for nothing. It all didn't matter. It all didn't count. Like, why would you ever play competitive? I'm gonna be a quick play player unless like all of this is addressed. And it would be cool if they added back SR too, because it's also really stupid that. If you do reach, because every other rank, you basically get SR, where it tells you like you're like Masters 2, 31% or whatever. If you hit GM1, all you get is the top 500 leaderboard. If you don't have the top 500 leaderboard, like you actually do not get feedback. It just says that you're the max rank every single time you re-rank into GM1. And that's also stupid. Like, they have to address all this. It's very, very dumb. With that being said, let me know how you guys... Yeah, if you guys agree with what I said here, let me know if you enjoyed the resolution, like the new YouTube resolution I'm using. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day.